Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy, and I'd like to direct your attention to a filing of May 26th, 2023 by the prosecution in Idaho versus Koberger. It is the prosecution or the state's response to defendant's motion for enlargement of time to file pretrial motions. Now, first, what is an enlargement of time mean? That's just another term for extension of time. So let's just say that as of the date of the filing, there's a deadline that all pretrial motions must be filed on or before June 30th, 2023. And a party says, I feel I need more time than that. And here's the good cause. This is the reason why. You just can't go and ask a court to extend a deadline because you want to go out of town and go on a trip somewhere. There has to be a good faith basis that's not going to allow you believe, to meet that deadline. So you ask for the enlargement of time in a motion. That's what the defense did. State is now responding. They have no objection. And in fact, they concur. They too believe that additional time is needed to get pretrial motions in advance of that October 2nd jury trial date. As we learned in a prior episode, the matter of State versus Koberger has been set for jury trial commencing October 2nd, 2023. And there's going to be all sorts of motions, legal issues, matters of pure law that the parties are undoubtedly going to need a ruling on. And they don't come forward the day of trial or in the middle of trial and say, I have, let's say, a motion in limine, judge. That needs to have been filed way before trial, prior to the time of the deadline for filing pretrial motions, like a motion in limine. What's a motion in limine? That's a term that means one party wants to prevent something or other from coming before the jury. Give an example. Let's say a party is accused of committing burglary, and that party has a record. Maybe they were convicted of a DUI 6 months before, which has nothing to do with the burglary, but might prejudice the jury into thinking, well, if they were convicted of a DUI, they're probably also going to be the type of person who's committed a burglary. So there would be a motion in limine to keep that information out of the trial. So the prosecution saying they concur, they believe additional time is needed to get these pretrial motions in. And in fact, what Mr. Thompson has stated here to the judge is he's prepared and he's sent a stipulation. That's a formal agreement between the two sides as to this issue. And he tells Judge, that stipulation's not attached because it's my understanding that the defense is looking at it at this time. So why would he want to inform the court of that? Well, he wants to give the court probably notification that there's this stipulation that's possibly going to be entered with additional requested terms by the parties that the judge might want to look at before he rules on whether or not to extend the deadline for pretrial motions to be filed. And again, pretrial motions, deadline means the motions need to be filed by that date. Not that they need to be heard at a hearing, but they need to be on the docket by that deadline. That will conclude today's episode on this topic. My name's Kathy. Please join us again when we will continue discussing Idaho versus Koberger.